Hello, and welcome to Dungeons and Degenerate Gamblers. I have been accused of playing older games on many of my streams and videos, so today we're going to play Blackjack. Well, it's not quite Blackjack, as you'll find out. So, one difference between regular Blackjack and this is our health. Basically, the difference between the winner and the losers, what they end up with point-wise, is reduced. It reduces their health, basically. Words. Anyways, each of the different suits have a different advantage they can give you. Spades and hearts are more defensive, while clubs is offensive, and diamonds allow you to acquire chips, which you can use for advantages and bonuses later, like additional cards. So, let's play with a pretty safe one, because this is the first recording of the game. And this game is called Degenerate Gamblers for a reason. Although the third paragraph is kind of blah. It's all the greedy people's fault that people gamble, and they just can't help it because it's an addiction. Well, yes, it can be an addiction, but if people don't get help and they just continue feeding that cycle, they're not going to get better. They're just going to end up more and more impoverished and lash out in many cases. But this is just a game of blackjack, so disregard all that nonsense. So our first opponent has 5 health, so it's not going to take much to defeat them. The one thing to keep in mind though is that if we bust, our score becomes 0. So we have to be very careful about that. So, looking at the deck right now, all we have are spades. So, let's see how this goes. So he has 12. Let's try one more time. Oh, rats! Since we both busted, it was a 0 for both of us, so nobody loses or gains any health. Since we have an 18, I think I'm going to stand. Oh, interesting. I have to play a bit aggressively here. And it never works! At least rarely works for me. Let's try that again, shall we? 10, 18... Yeah, I would have done the same thing. I did, actually. 19? 19's good to stand on. So 2 damage to the bartender. One of the things, the game mentioned that you gain a shield, but that's only if you actually get a blackjack. And if you do, I believe for every point in the 21, you gain 1 point of shield. Stand again here. Oh no! At least 3 damage isn't too bad. Now, we've seen this card a few times here. This doesn't really look like a standard poker card, does it? It's a loyalty card. So, I'm sure we're not going to see it 10 times before we beat the bartender. So, we'll disregard that right now. Basically, it doesn't count as any real points in a positive or negative. Oh. And one of the things about the game as well is considering that if you bust, you take the full amount of damage that they end up with. Sometimes it's okay to lose on purpose and stand and only take 2 damage, versus in this case it would have been 18. Then again, I would have had a blackjack if I played it. Live and learn. 13. Boy, this is starting really ugly, isn't it? Are you kidding me? Super lucky. I definitely would have busted if I hit again there. Wow. I guess tonight is not my night, is it? Okay, one more damage. We'll end the round. But a blackjack would be nice. Sure didn't get one. Ouch. And to think I was playing with a defensive deck. So because I would have bust there, that ace changed. Since I already played the ace, that would have been a bust no matter what. So that was the right call. 15. Alright, I'm sending on 18. So every time you win a match, you gain an extra card. That would be super helpful. But then again, that also would be. And the thing about this game as well is you get a hand, so you can play this card whenever you want. And that will instantly take you to blackjack, so I think that may actually be the right call here. Because this is just a random card. So, while being able to see the next card to strategize around it would be helpful, I think this is more powerful. Especially considering I need some defenses here. We can play against a tougher opponent here with a little bit more health. So he actually increased his bust limit to 22. So if I get a blackjack and he gets a 22, he actually wins a round. I'm still going to stand on 20 though. And that card is burned. And he played it again, okay. He probably has quite a few in his deck. This is tough, but I don't like 14. 16 I'll stand on. And the thing about this game that's different from regular blackjack is because you only take damage based on the difference. Even if you have a low number like a 14, 15, or 16, it could be advantageous for you to hold anyway. Just take a little bit less damage versus the full amount if you bust. This card could also be really helpful too, because you can literally play an ace at any time. So since I have 242, let's go with the house special. So now I do have a loyalty card as well, which means every 10th time we see this card, we get an instant 21 no matter what we had before. And unlike when our opponents play it, it actually goes from match to match with us. So we have to burn a card here. Let's get rid of the 7. Because we want to keep the face cards, especially if we have an ace up our sleeves, literally. So now our gambler almost has as much health as we do. Okay, so 15, ouch. Buddy bust. So I don't think it could really hurt. We can deal a little bit more damage. So that brings him down to less than half health. 19? I'm okay to set on 19. That was quick. We haven't seen any of our fun cards yet. Speaking of fun cards, look at this red one. This may actually come in handy more than you think, because it can prevent you from getting a bust, I guess you could say, because it reduces your overall score for that particular hand. And the lower that you have, the more cards you can play, the more of your fun cards. Well, I definitely need the health, so we're going for the fancy room to recover a little bit. The janitor has 30 health. 19, I'm good to sit on 19. Sometimes little advantages help. 19, 20, 21, 22, we would have bust, so definitely good call there. Although that doesn't help the computer as much as it would us. But they now see what the top card of their deck is. 18? Let's stand, because we played a lot of low cards. The chances of us playing a high card and busting was pretty good. And again, when you're wrong, you're wrong. Okay. So now, they locked this too. So for every consecutive game we play with a janitor, that 2 of spades is always going to be there. So I have to play around it. And this is how you play around it. So now I have a 2 of shields, because the only actual spade that we played was at 2. So now I have an ace of spades I can play whenever I want. Definitely not now. Rats! That's gonna hurt. But that shield absorbed some of the damage there, so that's pretty good. Oh, you played another key, so now I have to play around to 12 no matter what. Loyalty card. 21, perfect. Amazing. Because I definitely need that shield with 26 health left. Oh, that's dirty. That's gonna hurt a lot. Good thing we have a shield. Okay. So you locked my -9. So we start with a base of 3. 11. 21, perfect. I could definitely use the shield. Amazing. Cool. Because with this low health, you have to play very safe. 13? We kind of have to, right? 18? I'm good to stay on 18. 1 damage isn't bad. We still have plenty of shields left. 13. Oh, really? Ouch. Good thing we have that shield. 7. 13 again. You know what? I'm okay with that. 14. Another ace. 14 again. Let's stand, see what happens. Well, that's just a little bit of damage, and we still have shields to absorb it, so it's not that bad. -3. 6. 11. You locked another card now. This is getting rude. 19 to 19, huh? You know what? I'm doing this. You definitely need the shields here. I burned my sleeve cards here, but we still won, so I'm okay with that. Because locking down those cards was kind of rude. Ooh. That's kind of glitchy, so... Okay, let's see what some of these do. A green card. Okay. We saw the hall pass before. That can help us make some decisions later, so let's go with that. I'm kind of passive, I guess, especially with 26 health, so let's go with that and see what happens. 11, 21, perfect. Because as you noticed, our shield went away, so we definitely need to start building it up again. And a poker player is down to 9 health now, so that's good. Okay, -5 of diamonds. Okay. So we're going to get a queen next. Cool. 14. Oh, these negative cards are starting to be a little tricky here. 16. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Now the poker player looked like they were actually playing clubs a little bit, so he took some extra damage there. Because the clubs, they actually increase the damage almost double, so that really hurt. I'm okay with 17. Okay. This has helped a few times, so let's get another ace up our sleeves. Spin a wheel of fortune to receive a gift. Use a card in your draw pile. Ooh, that'll come in handy. But then again, locking down your opponent is also extremely helpful. Because it wouldn't work on the turn that you're playing it, but on your next turn, they're not able to hit. So that would be really fun. 10? Oh, sweet! So not only did you bust... Why did I do that? Oh, that was super lucky. Super lucky. Do I want the 6? Well, I guess I don't really have a choice in the matter. Well, we already got the effect of the hall pass. We saw it with a 6 of spades, so that doesn't really harm us much. Okay. So, on the next hand, they can't hit anymore. 8, 17. Let's check our deck here. So, all these cards will bust us. We have a few of the fun cards that we haven't seen yet, but... let's be safe. Only take a few damage. So, the manager cannot hit this time. So, we would have hit 20, but I would guess I was too passive there. Because they actually couldn't hit, we still won somehow. Because busting brought us to 0, but -11 is of course less than 0, so they took the 11 damage. Oh, that would be super helpful. So we have two choices now. We can go to the basement or the lounge. Let's go to the basement. We have a blackjack deck, so we'll probably be fine. Don't worry about it. It's kind of a cute looking little rat, isn't it? So we have a 2 of spades, so of course we're going to play it. That's okay if you have a really bad card, but starting off not knowing what you have, I don't know, I can see the advantage of playing those, but that's all you've played so far. Let's hit a 17. Oh, 1, really? Queen. I'm definitely sitting here. Ooh, -9. We would have been fine, but that would have been 21. But these things you can't possibly know as you play, so... Ouch. Maybe they'll bust. They sure did. Cool. But, since we played the chariot, they can't do anything else. 7, 13. Let's go nuts. 14. So that brings us to 16. We would have had a 21, or 22 I should say, so that was the right call. Okay, you actually don't get that 8, buddy. 13, 16, 16. So I can actually see how these cue cards can come in handy, because you can shuffle out the cards that you don't want to prevent a bust, but I don't know. I mean, that strategy takes a while to build up, so maybe if you build your entire deck around that. This could really be annoying. Let's go for that. Haha, deck romancer, I get it. Okay, what does that do? Okay. You actually don't get that, buddy. Deal with it. 18? I'm cool with that. 21, ouch. Okay. 18? Well, I'm going to hit anyway. I don't have much of a choice. So, you actually don't. I'm actually going to cheat here. I'm a dirty cheater. See, actually, you can change that, and they can too. But since it's a computer, they're not going to. It may seem kind of dirty, but we're at 8 health, so I'll allow it. Oh, that's because of the chariot, I think it was, right? 19. Let's drop your cards down a little bit. Two aces. And let's be rude. Oh, how'd that happen? Oh boy. It's not good that that's in my deck. 11. I can't change that. Rats. 12. Sure, let's be safe. Would have had a blackjack there if I knew it, but hey. 15. Okay, I'm definitely staying. Down you go. Moving onwards and upwards. You know what? Let's get a random card. So now we can swap out cards. One thing that the bottom left card does, it's actually interesting. So you can get a little bit of all of the bonuses with a jack of all trades. But there's also a booster pack, which is really helpful because it can help you in a pinch. I guess the only one I don't really want is a rules card, so you and you. So that means that the collector now gets that card. You have an ace. Yeah, you don't get that charred lizard. Deal with it. -6, 4, 8, 17. You know what? Let's be safe. I have 8 health. I don't want to lose one unless I have to. Oh, perfect. I am okay with this. Wait, what happened? Ah, rats. I'm not exactly sure how that happened, but we could always try again.